And I was just like, yo, and like came on with that type of energy. What's going on, guys?
That's pretty good.
And it got a big laugh at the table. And
like,
then I got
this.
And then they wrote me a little part in the sketch. Being SNL 50, I got to be part of that. Just getting to like stand up next to all these like heroes and legends. I'm in Phoenix, baby. We with it.
So I think the theme before you are a comedian is you are kind of a people person.
I guess you could say that.
People, you can maybe help people solve some problems?
I would like to think that.
Hey, Yetta, you know how much love and respect I have for you? Girl,
Ditto.
Why do I feel like I'm your best friend? I just met you.
You are merging of Oprah and Barbara Walters. There you go.
Joining us at the desk today is Emmy Award-winning journalist and anchor. It's Yetta Gibson, everybody.
Oh, welcome to this Arizona's Family original. Tonight is all about someone who likes helping people but can't keep a normal job. Those are his words, not mine. He's a star in his own right. His name is Devon Walker. He's a former SNL cast member. He's an actor. He's a comedian. He's a podcast host. And overall, he's a really good guy. There he is on SNL. I sat down with him because he made a stop here in Phoenix. And as I learned, he is much more than just a guy who can make us laugh. All right, Devon, say it like you mean it.
Hey. Devon, what is this? Arizona's Family?
Whoa. Let me give you a cue card.
Original, excuse me. Devon Walker, Amazon. I'm sorry. Devon Walker, Arizona's Family original. Take one.
You have to be living your dream right now. I mean, I read about all the stuff and how you've been coming up.
Yeah.
You've got to be like, wow, is this really happening?
I feel grateful. You know what I mean? The driver who took us over here, the like Uber driver, was just like, he's like, yeah, so you do comedy. How'd your parents feel when you decided to do that? And I was like, I mean, bad at first. You know what I mean?
Right.
At first, but like now that we've gotten to do a couple like fun things, we got to go to the Super Bowl. Now they're like, oh, this comedy thing not too bad.
Great idea. And why comedy? Why did you decide this is what I want to do?
It's the thing I'm the best at.
Yeah, really.
You know what I mean?
Who told you that? Or you just know?
I know it. Like, it's like, I've had office jobs. I did that office job. I worked in HR. What else did I do?
So wait.
Yeah.
So if I had an HR problem once upon a time, I would have come down to the HR office and you would have been like, what happened?
You wouldn't talk to me. I wasn't that high up.
Okay,
I wasn't that high up in the rankings.
That would be hilarious.
They didn't let me do that kind of stuff. But all this to say, I was never that good at any of my like real jobs.
You think?
Not really.
Like if you wanted to fit it all, like you could do it. Like you could do money from 9 to 5 plausibly.
So I think the theme before you are a comedian is you are kind of a people person.
I guess you could say
get
that.
people, you can maybe help people solve some problems?
I would like to think that.
So at what point did you do all of your side comedy work and decide, okay, this job in particular, I can stop doing the other stuff and start doing this full time?
As soon as I started making money.
And where was that? Where was that?
I was working at Comedy Central.
Okay.
Shout out Comedy Central.
Shout out Comedy
They
Central.
had a job where they'd hire like 5 comedians a year to like make content for them.
How did you get that? I mean, there had to be a lot of people going for that.
Comedy Central was like the first look that I ever got. Shout out to my homie Jackie Sosa. Okay. Shout out to
Jackie.
Bill McGrath, who are like still friends of mine. They saw me at a show in Austin and they put me on their like comics to watch. You know, they put me on their list of like, oh, we think these are going to be like the next big names. And so I flew to San Francisco, got to do that and perform on that show. It's my first ever credit.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all feel about croissants out there?
And then from there, I just like had a relationship with them, you know, with Comedy Central. And then a couple years, like 3 years after that, they were looking for new people for this program. And I auditioned and got the gig.
And boom.
And so that was my first ever like full-time comedy.
And which year was that?
2020.
And it's only been 6 years and here you are.
It's been 6 years, that's true.
That's a nice run right there.
I've been fortunate.
Yeah. How did SNL come about?
I mean, I think pretty similar thing. I think
same thing. So you're just like nailing these auditions.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's for you.
I'm doing a good job.
not mad at
I'm
you
good
for
in
that,
audition.
yeah.
I'm good in audition. I'm good in an interview too.
Yeah. What is the next 6 years going to be? Like, what do you envision?
You know, I've been asked this question a lot. To be honest, I'm living my dream already.
So you're already good.
I like, if it stayed the way that it's been, I'd be so happy. Legitimately, I want to keep the lights on and the bills paid.
Yeah.
I would hope to get to a point where I can give opportunities to my other friends, which that's a goal. That's something that I want to be able to do in the next 6 years. I want to be able to try to put other people on.
Help people. I've interviewed a lot of people.
Yeah.
I've never heard anybody say that.
Legitimately, all I ever wanted to do was I just didn't want to have to work a job again because I really wasn't good at them. And so I've been so fortunate that I get to tour around. I got to do SNL. I've been on TV. I've gotten to do so many things and meet so many of my heroes.
Who are your heroes?
Man, I think I grew up on Chappelle. I grew up on Chris Rock. I never got to beat Bernie Mac, but I was a huge fan of his.
Yeah, he's good.
Those were guys. Hannibal Buress was a guy that I was a big fan of when I was coming up, and I've gotten to meet all of those guys. I think, obviously it'd be nice to grow, it'd be nice to get bigger, but to be honest, I have some aspirations, but I'm very grateful.
Yeah.
Even if I stayed exactly where I was, I think I live a nice life.
Oh, that gave me chills.
Yeah.
Did any of them give you any advice that is still sticking with you right now that you remember?
Maybe not my heroes, but I will say Kyle Mooney, who was on the cast of SNL for 8 years. I remember him being man, he was don't lose sight of what actually matters.
Yep.
Because I think it's easy in show business to just get caught up in trying to chase the next thing or trying to get more famous or whatever. I think he was remember what's really important. Remember it's really about the people who love you, and that's where I try to pour a lot of my energy into is just I got into this so I could have nicer times outside of work.
I need to talk to Kyle.
Shout out to Kyle.
Shout out to Kyle. Tell him thank you for telling me that through you.
I will do.
What you said that you're content right now, but usually the people like you go on to do movies and stuff like that. Sure. I know you're content, and I get that, and I respect that. But if you could wave a magic wand right now, what would be your next job?
Oh man, I think it'd be cool I want to be on a show that really means something to somebody, whether that be something I create or something I get cast in.
Yeah.
Mike White, I'm trying to get on White Lotus.
Oh.
Mike White, if you're watching, if you're in Arizona right now and you see what's going on.
Never know.
I'm trying to
I would love to see you on White Lotus.
You know what I mean?
I would love that so much.
I'm trying to get involved in White Lotus.
Yeah.
Something like that.
White Lotus. Say it again.
White Lotus, Mike White.
Yes.
If you're out there, I'm trying to make it happen.
Call me. Look, watch the show if you're watching.
Come on.
He wants to be on.
You see what's going on.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm wondering too, your favorite part so far on SNL. I read the corn kid thing, and I know that.
You did your research.
I did my research.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I know that was probably one of the most popular ones that put you on the map.
It was my first appearance.
It was your first appearance. Yeah. Did you choose that, or did they choose that for you?
That was definitely chosen for me.
Okay.
Honestly, on the show, most roles that you ever portray are chosen for you. Most of the time, because the writers make the decision on casting for the sketches.
Okay.
So, and then you just go in whatever sketch you're put in, and so that one was my very first episode.
Have you had another favorite moment of being on the show? Because that is iconic to be on the SNL.
Yeah, I think there were so many really cool moments. I think, man, what was my favorite? I think in the episode with Keke Palmer. I got to do an impression of Kel. They did a sketch called Keenan and Kelly, which was a reboot, but it was it was more gritty, darker, a darker reboot.
Oh wow, I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
So
it was the first time I got a big laugh at table read because they had written a part for Kel Mitchell, shout out the legend, and they were like, hey, can you do a Kel impression of him doing his Good Burger character? And I did it. I was just yo, and came on with that type of energy. What's going on, guys?
That's pretty good.
And it got a big laugh at the table.
And then I got this.
And then they wrote me a little part in the sketch. If you go back and watch it, that wasn't supposed to be in there. And so I got to do that. I got to play Kel, and I also got to what else did I get to do? Oh, I got to rap the opening sequence, the title sequence, because in Keenan and Kel, the original version, Coolio is rapping.
Okay.
And I got to play Coolio basically, and I got to rap that.
So you're a rapper too.
I'll do.
You're a newscaster. You're a comedian. You're a rapper.
I can talk.
Do you sing?
Like I said, I will for a fee. I will for a fee.
I got $5.
Okay. Well. We're gonna have to work on the fee. That's not quite where I want it to be, but we can talk about it.
Are you proud of yourself?
Very.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because I I set out to do a really hard thing and I did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's like, again,
that's
like,
great.
I told my parents I wanted to do comedy, and it's like no parent really wants their kid to be a comedian, but like I don't know, I got to places that like even maybe I never thought I'd be on SNL. You know, like I got to be on 3 seasons of like the biggest comedy show or the most famous comedy show like in the country.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to do impressions.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to like do characters. Like I was just doing stand-up, and I I figured it out and I learned it, and like I feel
You did it.
very proud of myself.
And here you are on this show.
That's right.
One of your other dreams.
I'm in Phoenix, baby. We with it.
One thing Devon didn't touch on in our interview was music and his love for it. He loves it so much he even has a podcast about it. Check this out. The name of his podcast is My Favorite Lyrics, and every week he invites guests to break down the iconic, the idiotic, and the accidental, profound song lyrics that shaped their lives. It's a lot of fun if you want to check that out. All right, in the chat, we're going to stick with this theme on comedy. We got somebody who has a lot of experience on this, and he is on the show with us today. Watch this.
For some reason, the government decided to change the name from the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
Oh, we're going to talk about it. You probably recognize him. Look at that face. Tino
it in.
Cochino, take it all in.
Take it in, baby.
He has a popular radio show here in the Valley. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about if people get offended too easily.
The answer is yes.
Don't tell him yet. This is a tease.
But I have a reasoning as to why the yes,
Okay,
right?
well, we're going to talk about that
Oh
when
my
we
God,
come
look
back.
at
He's
us.
a comedian as well, as you saw there. We'll be right back.
Feels good to know I'm not alone, you know what I mean? I have a cousin that's been with his wife 15 years. She just left him for a coworker. Good. Good. No, it's good. Now we spend time together. I have someone to hang out with. I like it. And it's not just in my inner circle. We've been seeing this happen everywhere. Very public. We saw Elon Musk broke up with Trump. Just like a ghetto baby mom ran to social media, was so excited, right? He couldn't wait to tell everybody. You were on Epstein's Island and you have a small tweet.
Oh boy, oh boy. Tino Cochino, that was him on the stage there. He is a host of the #1 English-speaking Latino radio show in the nation. He's a comedian as well, as you saw there, selling out shows across the country. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for the time.
Oh, of course. Okay, I had to bring you in because, our first interview was with a comedian, Devon.
Of course.
And we had so much to talk about, we couldn't put it all in the piece. But one of the things we talked about is, are people getting too offended about everything, especially in comedy? Because comedy is supposed to be comedy.
Right.
Do you feel that way?
Yes.
Yes.
1,000%. The problem is everybody thinks that their opinion is a fact. And when people don't agree with them, they take it personal. And it's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole point of comedy, is to have an opinion.
Right.
But if we all agreed on the same thing, that'd be the worst show ever.
Yes. Why did you decide to go into comedy? I mean, you're doing radio, you're doing comedy, and you're also traveling, because the first clip we saw of you was here in town.
Yeah.
That one was where?
That was in Denver.
So you're on tour.
Yeah, we're everywhere. So it was really interesting. I've wanted to do comedy since I was 10. It's the first thing I remember wanting to do. And then just by chance, the way the stars aligned, I got into radio really young. I was interning when I was 13. I turned 16 and went full time, and I never looked back. That's the only job I ever had.
Yes.
And so I kind of put that on the back burner. And then 2 years ago, I had this feeling, I was like, the radio show, we're very successful. We're in almost 100 cities.
Yeah.
Things are good. That's the one thing I haven't been able to check off the list that I want to do. And so I didn't want to look back, 10 years from now and be like, why didn't I do it?
Yeah, yeah.
And so when I decided to do it, things just really started to happen quick. I mean, I immediately went on tour with a comedian, like literally
right away.
like 2 months into pursuing comedy.
So it was the right thing to do.
And then I started my own tour back in February. And I've been balancing my tour with other tours. And it's been a very insane 2 years.
Yeah. So back to, why people get offended. I mean, media is very under scrutiny, right?
Of course.
Comedy can be too right about now. So why are you choosing to stay on that track? Because I'm sure you've had some moments with fans, haven't you?
What's funny, because like these clips, I think seem like I'm very political, and that's definitely not the case.
Yeah.
I'm more topical, and I just feel like the reason our radio show works in so many cities is because we just connect. We're a very lifestyle show, and we talk about what we're going through. Comedy is the exact same way. Like what I'm talking about right now on my tour, which is the Love Bomb comedy tour, is about my divorce. It's about not wanting kids. It's my perspective on where I've been the past year in my personal life. And in every city that I go to, at the end of the show, I have men, I have women that come up to me and connect to something.
Right.
And I think
that's what comedy's all about, really.
Well, yeah, and the biggest difference is, like with the radio show, we hope that it connects. We talk it to a mic, and we pray that in your car or at work or wherever you listen to it, that it connects. With comedy, I know immediately. I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your face.
Yeah. Is that why you wanted to get into it, to connect with people? Is there a reason? Because you said you wanted to do this from very young.
I don't know what it was. I just remember at before I would go to bed at night, it was just the thing to watch the Tonight Show. And my grandma would let me stay up late to watch the monologue. And if there was a comedian, she'd let me stay up for the whole thing. And I was just drawn to it. I don't even have a reason. I was just drawn to it.
With you.
For sure.
Is there anything else you want to do?
I mean, I want to get into acting. I want to do the whole thing.
Oh, you're just like him. That's what I was telling him. Most comedians get into the acting world because they can touch on so many topics and they can really expand on any and everything.
I just love being a creative in general. I don't know what it is. I just appreciate anyone that has an idea and can turn it into reality.
Yeah. So if you had to say now, because you haven't started acting yet, but you could. Yeah. So what if you just spoke it into existence right now? Where would you show up?
I believe this. I will do it.
Oh, okay. There we go.
In my mind, what I want to play a bad guy. I don't know what it is, but I feel like.
Do you have a villain face? Could you just turn on a villain face?
Because if you can't do that, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. I'm such a. How could I be evil when I'm around such positivity and beauty like you? This makes no sense.
Well, what if you were a villain? What if you were around this? Come on. Listen,
hold on, see, now I want to laugh. Hold on,
there's a lot of casting directors watching this show all over the world.
Listen, we're going to figure it out. Look in these eyes. I know they're pretty, but focus on this.
Like, do I believe that you could be a villain?
Do you believe? Do you believe?
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
Are you lying to me right now?
No, oh my God. Okay, you get out of character. Get out of character.
This is crazy.
For folks who have not, who've heard your name, because I've heard your name for years, but have not seen your show, let's talk about it. Because yes, you are here in Arizona, but you are broadcast pretty much all over.
Yeah. Our show's in 97 cities.
97 cities.
Across the country, from Atlanta to Vegas to DC. I mean, we're all over the place. But that's the cool thing. Like, I think we're one of the first syndicated shows to not do it from a LA or a Chicago or a New York. Like literally, when I wanted to start syndicating, everyone was like, "We got to move. You got to move." And I was like, "Why, man? I love Phoenix. Like, I can do it from here."
How long have you been in town?
I moved here about 10 years ago, and then we started syndicating about 6 years ago.
Really quickly, the best and the worst parts of radio and comedy.
As far as radio goes, just the companies and
be careful.
The beautiful thing is we're independent. I don't work for any company.
Okay, the company's for radio, but what about comedy?
The company's for radio for sure. It's just tough. And with comedy, I think it goes back to what we started talking about. Just overly sensitive people. Just come out and have a good time.
Yeah, you got to just keep making them laugh until it stops.
And even if you don't agree, maybe it'll give a different perspective or start a conversation.
Yes.
I don't think we have enough conversations anymore. Everybody just wants it all one-sided.
We can have a whole nother show about that.
Yes.
Tino, thank you.
Thank you.
You are awesome.
You're great. I appreciate you.
It. All right, coming up, what's popping up on our feeds? We could have talked about that too, because there's all kinds of stuff on my algorithm. You don't want to see my. Take a look at this. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, people are going nuts.
There's articles everywhere. And here's the headline. Can you see that? The
newest Trader Joe mini tote reselling for $500.
$500 for a Trader Joe's bag. Okay, so when we come back, we're going to break down the latest on social media. What are you seeing on your feeds? We know what we're seeing on ours. It's coming up in the algorithm did it. That's coming up next. Welcome back. Okay, you never know what you're going to get when you open up social media. I mean, you can get anything from dancing dogs. I don't know about you, but ever since the Michael Jackson movie came out, Michael Jackson, his brothers, the whole thing, it's all over my feeds all the time. There is always so much stuff trending from day to day. So we had to break it down the only way we know how. That's why it's time for another of our favorite segments. It's called The Algorithm Did It. All right, so today's The Algorithm Did It. We got to talk about these Trader Joe's bags. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, people are going nuts.
There's articles everywhere. And here's the headline. Can you see that? The
newest Trader Joe mini tote reselling for $500.
And it's a $3 bag.
Yeah.
It is billed as a low-cost reusable grocery bag, and for some reason, people are losing their minds over it, and that is what's filling up my feeds. I don't know about you.
No, I saw it pop up, and then I saw some comment on social media. I didn't even really realize what it was.
Yeah.
And then I started seeing these videos, and I have to believe that Trader Joe's, kind of like an earthy brand, has had bags before.
Oh, they have. So this is the second time that this has blown up. Reason unknown, I think. I think it's just a thing now where people are waiting in line like they were the iPhone. Now, we promised when we created this segment that we weren't going to go on our actual algorithms.
Oh, no.
Because
don't want to see that.
Dangerous. I do have to show you what came up today. Things that you don't know about. This is a flight attendant reveal. The passengers who get upgraded usually do this. And, of course, you got to go into the captions. But do you believe all these little tips and tricks that nobody else knows? Do you believe those things? Have you ever tried them?
Yes. And I think I've actually seen it on like travel blogs. It said buy candy and give it to the flight attendant. And they'll be nicer. I mean, they're nice anyway, but it's just like a gesture to be like, hey, there's a lot of crazy people out in the world and the plane. Here's something, a little snack. It's not even like cash. And I did that once after someone told me to do it. And I don't know if she gave me like an extra drink or whatever, but it seemed to work, I guess.
Whatever works. But basically, in case people are like, well, what did it say? It says passengers who get upgraded to business class usually do this one thing at the gate 20 minutes before boarding. And it is basically when the gate agent gets all ready and starts getting ready to announce everything, that's when you go up, because everything is fresh and clear on their screens. And they see what is available. So that would be the time to ask.
All right. So that's how they get those upgrades.
Yes. So that's what the algorithm did this week.
Oh, amazing. Great tip.
Great tips. Listen, if the algorithm is doing stuff to your feeds, please reach out and let us know. That is it for us today on this edition of Arizona's Family Original. We will see you again next week.
Oh, I get to clap the sticks?
Clapper!
Wow. Okay.
Which camera?
Where am I?
All right, Devin, say it like you mean it.
Hey. Devon, what is this? Arizona's Family?
Whoa. Let me give you a cue card.
Okay. What am I doing? Arizona's Family with Yetta Gibson. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
Original,
excuse me. Don't come to the Thursday, the Friday.
Don't say that. We might put it on the news.
Sorry.